I'm Alison David, and as you probably know, the holidays are just around the corner, and with that comes a question that all newly coupled up people are starting to think about and ask about is what gift do I give this person that I just started dating? Um, I was thinking about this last week when talking with one of my coaching clients, and he was telling me about an upcoming fourth date with a woman he had just been starting to see. And that fourth date also happened to fall on her birthday. And he was kind of wondering, what do I do? How do I give her something that shows that I care, but also not come on too strong? I don't want to mess this up, but I want to make sure that it's not inappropriate or doing the right things. Gift giving is something that is kind of important in a relationship in that, it doesn't need to be a big, flashy, expensive gift, but it actually is, if you're familiar with the five love languages, it's one of them. So it does matter in that it shows that you care about the other person. Most people probably prefer a gift over a sentimental value over monetary value, but it's also something that you probably shouldn't wait until the last minute. So I know it might seem like, the holidays are a couple weeks away, you have plenty of time, but it's time to start thinking about that now. The whole idea of giving someone a gift is to show that you appreciate them and that you care. And it's a good way to show the person that you just started dating that you are interested and you want to continue to get to know them. But when you are still figuring each other out and learning about each other, this also can be kind of hard to do. It's also something that for many new couples or even existing couples, it can be a major source of anxiety and stress because people are so fixated and worried about giving the perfect gift or the right gift. Not to burst the bubbles, but there actually has been research that has shown that giving the wrong gift can have negative effects on your relationship. So how do you go about not messing this up? So it's actually a lot easier than you would think, and I'm going to kind of share some different scenarios here and give you some tips and thoughts that I have that hopefully are something that is going to be useful to you out there watching this. So say you just started dating someone and, we'll say within like a month or two, it's a pretty new relationship. You want to do something to acknowledge that you are invested in this person, but you also don't want to go over the top, right? So I would recommend keeping it simple and relatively low key. When the client that I was talking to, he and I decided that he would take her to dinner at her favorite restaurant, get her some flowers, and maybe a bottle of wine. And he actually wanted to get her some chocolates too, just to give her a little something extra as like an actual gift to give her kind of thing. So this could also work if it was the other way around. Women can take their man out to his favorite meal and get him a bottle of whiskey or whatever his favorite drink of choice might be. And this can also apply to the holidays as well. It doesn't have to just be for a birthday or a special occasion. A lot of people prefer experiences over a item or material thing these days anyway. So go to the fancy restaurant that you've been talking about going to. Just those little things that somehow show that you care about them. It doesn't have to be over the top. And maybe they are a little bit cliche when you're kind of going these more low-key approaches, but it's the thought that counts. That's what really matters. Say it's somebody who you've been dating a little bit longer and you're actually closer to, maybe the 6-month mark, close to a year, and you feel like things are leading to something more serious. And you want it to mean something. And this is where it's good to kind of think about something that would be more of a sentimental gift. And when I say sentimental, what I mean is something that has a little bit of meaning for the two of you, or even nostalgia. Something that maybe refers to an inside joke. Like that's kind of a way to have fun with it. Gifts should be fun. They don't have to be serious. This kind of gift does require you to think about it a little bit more and planning. So this is where I said, start thinking about this now. One really good idea that I was thinking would be a good one for couples who are kind of still in that early stages. You could give the other person, male, female, whatever, it doesn't matter at this point what your gender is, but a framed photo of the two of you. Anyone can do this. We always take all these photos of each other and they're on our phones forever and we never do anything with them, right? So go and print a couple of them off, go pick up a couple of frames. And that's a really nice gift to give someone. It's also, while you're at it, maybe print yourself one off and get your own frame. And at the same time, you're telling that person, hey, I like you enough to have a picture of you in my home. And so, you're giving a little extra encouragement that you care about them and reassuring them that you are invested in your relationship. So That's an idea. If that's not the right one for you and you're still kind of figuring yourself out, one thing that I would suggest is think about this person. Ask yourself a few questions about them. What do they like to do? What is their idea of like a relaxing day or things they do to kick back? What is something that they need and never buy themselves? Or if they, what is something that they buy themselves a lot? That you can always go that route too. That they like something. If they're always buying certain type of wine, buy them a bottle of that. It's a safe, good gift to go with. What matters to them, and these are things that you could ask yourself about anyone you're buying a gift for. It doesn't have to be your significant other at this point. It can be your family member, a friend, or anyone. You can also try and think about if they've maybe been dropping any hints. This is probably something that's a little bit more in an established relationship rather than a new one. For example, I have started to mention to my husband that my saute pans have seen better days, just to kind of steer him in the right direction of what I may want this year. So it's one of those kind of things where if they maybe talked about a book that they wanted to read, or maybe there's a restaurant they've been trying to go to. Do they need a massage? Gift cards are the most underrated great gift if they are done the right way and something that they would actually love and appreciate. Say the person that you're dating is a aspiring home chef. Maybe one of those meal kit services to try out some new recipes would be something fun and get them out of their comfort zone a little bit. Kind of think about what they enjoy doing, what they like. It doesn't have to be, again, a big, huge, flashy, expensive gift. But these little callbacks show that you care about them and what they're listening or what they're saying, and that you're actually listening to what they say, which is really important because you want to reassure your partner that you hear what they say. You can also start paying attention if you've been in a situation, depending on how long you've been dating, pay attention to the kind of gifts that they've given themselves. And that might be something that would clue you in on what they would like. If they're somebody who, really thinks about gifts and are really thoughtful, and it's, a small gift, but something that means a lot, that's probably a good bet that that's the kind of gift that they like to receive too. So you should kind of think about that yourself too. Like, what would be something really meaningful to this person? Something else that might be a good thing to do when you're newly dating someone and you're kind of still in those early stages is to have a conversation about your expectations around the gifts, because you don't ever want to be the person who buys the really expensive gift to get a $20 Target gift card in return, because that's weird and awkward. So maybe have a conversation about setting a price limit, or even saying something like, hey, like, why don't we get each other gift cards of things that we can do together later, whether it be to a restaurant or Topgolf or whatever it might be, one of those meal kits, something like that that you can do and get each other to experience together is a really good idea. You can also, which I know this is not exciting, but you can just ask them what they want. Everyone loves to like get these big surprise gifts and, the fun and the mystery involved of it, but that's where you also can lead to sometimes awkward moments or disappointment. So, it's not super exciting or sexy, but asking them what they want is a really good way to make sure they're going to be happy with the gift that you give them. So, and say you're the kind of person who really, really does like to do like the big showy elaborate gifts. That's fine. Do it. Like you want it to be something that works for you and make sure it's appropriate for the person that you're dating. And always make sure that you're doing it with their interests in mind instead of yours. So if you want to gift them a relaxing beach vacation, that's not going to go over well if the person you're dating is the kind of person who loves to go explore a city when they travel, right? Like if you like to sit on a beach and have drinks and they don't, and they want to go run around and have fun all day, that might be a miss. A pair of diamond earrings isn't going to be appreciated by someone who never wears jewelry. And you don't want to go big and have a big miss, because then you're going to be out a lot of money and also be kind of in the doghouse too. So, think about that. Like, there's nothing wrong with the big showy gifts as long as it's appropriate and plays to where your relationship is at. So you don't want to scare them off either. So at the end of the day, if you haven't caught the theme, like think about it. It is easy to kind of overthink it. It doesn't have to be. And if you just kind of think about the person and you really know them well, you should have a really easy time buying them something that would be simple and easy and meaningful to them. I would always say just kind of play it safe. Don't go overboard. Don't go inappropriate at like early stages. you don't want to scare your relationship off, but use this as an opportunity to help your budding relationship really benefit and give you an opportunity to grow closer with the holidays coming up as well. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any ideas, thoughts, questions you want to share, please do so in the comments. If you are out there still trying to figure out the right thing to give the person that you're dating or that you're in a relationship with, you can always give us a call and visit our website. We do single coaching sessions, so we can even chat about this ourselves and help you find the right gift for that person if you really want to make sure that you wow them this year. So if you're single and happen to be watching this, there's still plenty of time for us to find you someone to be giving a gift to in a few weeks here. So give us a call at Midwest Matchmaking or visit our website and sign up today. So thanks and happy holidays.